Yeah, what's up? What's good? What's good? It is another beautiful Monday evening. We are live from the Barrel Proof Lounge. What's going on, everybody? It's been a couple of weeks since I've streamed. I was in LA for one of the weeks, and also too. Um, Let me see. We're gonna put this. All right. We are live from the Barrel Proof Lounge. Please go on to YouTube to Fairfield Jonny, live from the Barrel Proof Lounge. I got my boy Brian Holden in the building. Let's go. I don't have headphones for you, but we got some air horns, some little sounds over here, man. Applause lines. There we go. Live from the Barrel Proof Lounge. Log on to YouTube right now. Tag you that real quick. It's live already, though.
Oh, word.
All right. What's up, my boy?
What's up, dog?
How you doing, bro?
Good, homie.
Good to see you.
Hell yeah.
This is your mic, so if you want to drag it a little closer, adjust it a little bit, yeah.
Look at this
Kind of
setup.
tilt it up a little bit, yeah. Definitely gonna want to talk right into that.
We got it.
Gives it that good sound. Slide the chair up a little bit, whatever you want to do.
We good.
Yeah, cool, man. What's going on, bro? How you living?
Good, bro. We
Yeah.
chilling. Thanks for the invite, dog.
Yeah, for sure, man. I'm
Yeah.
glad that you had hit me up on the day that I had Thornton.
Oh,
And you were
word.
like, you know what? I'll wait till another day because
Yeah.
that fool's a special old character. you
Yeah,
what
I
I
don't
mean?
know how I'm gonna one up that shit, bro.
No, you don't have to, bro. I mean, we don't have to talk about anything dark. No stand moments.
bro.
You know what I mean? But no,
I've
it's
thought
good.
about jumping off the bridge, but I haven't committed yet, bro.
You know, what's funny is I haven't. I'm weird, bro. Like, obviously, I'm doing content. Like, we're doing some stuff here. You know what I'm saying? But like, part of me feels a little weird sometimes, like clipping hella stuff up, trying to like push and promote. You could just swing that. Yeah, there you go. That chord's longer.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right.
It's kind of cool, like to do content, to promote content, but I'm still in that weird space where like I also don't want to look like I'm trying to take advantage of the homie. You know what I mean? Like,
Fuck it, bro. I mean, this is kind of a comedy podcast, though. You know what I mean?
For sure. No, definitely. I mean, the idea is that it's comics hanging out, obviously, at a place that we both love, that we
Yeah.
like to be.
There's nothing you're not exposing if you're talking about Thor, bro. He's pretty aware of his.
Yeah.
dog.
No, for sure. That's exactly it. But I'm hoping that that podcast, like, that's a pretty unique experience to interview someone that jumped off the Golden Gate Bridge and
Yeah.
survived. Like you said, we've all kind of like maybe thought it or the idea.
See,
or
like in like all comedy scenes, you got those like rare unicorns
For sure.
comedians.
Yeah.
Like I feel like Thornton McKay is definitely one of them,
Yeah.
and fucking Bubba Rapster.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like it attracts like a fucking like a blue lamp, like moth and all types of bugs. And then it's like sometimes you get like the gnarliest fucking oddball motherfuckers, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
but
for
they're,
sure,
like, the
bro.
greatest people, you know what I mean? And it's just
Hold on, I'm gonna adjust the camera real quick. You know what it looks like? It looks like one of those like perspective scenes where you look way smaller and I look a little bigger. Hang on.
That is funny.
I think it's like, yeah, see, you look more of your actual
It's like a
size.
mirror type shit.
Yeah, have you ever seen that movie Temple Grandin?
No, bro.
Oh, it's about an autistic lady who became like very big in like the cattle industry. It's a real movie. She's played by Claire Danes, who is
Okay.
like a hot female,
Yeah.
but she's playing like this super autistic lady.
Word.
And one of the things is it's pretty cool actually because it was early autistic awareness times when the movie came out.
Yeah.
I want to say like 2010 or so.
Yeah.
But it was one thing where she was in a special school and she couldn't figure out that like diorama, why the one horse looked smaller than the other horse. But but her phrase she would always yell was, "I want to be with cattle."
It's just her tism, though.
Her super tism, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Bro,
it's a good movie though. You gotta watch
talk
it.
about 2010, bro. It's like fucking. I still remember Gilbert Grape, bro.
Gilbert Grape.
What's he mean,
Yeah.
Gilbert
Well,
Grape?
we're roughly the same age. So
Yeah.
you turned 37 recently, right?
Yes,
You had a
right.
birthday a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, Mother's
Yeah. Happy
Day.
birthday to you, my
Thanks,
boy.
dog. Yeah.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're roughly the same age. So that Gilbert Grape, what's eating Gilbert Grape, all that shit, which is kind of cool because so everybody, this is Brian Holden, comic, fellow dope human being. I feel like I'm cutting you off right there on that shit. Hang on, let me.
Nah, you chilling, dog. They can see me.
Yeah, fellow dope human being, cool ass dude. But you're obviously a really funny stand-up comic. Thanks, but you also kind of like definitely part of your stand-up and even just your persona is that you're a skater.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, no, I'm definitely not. I'm a fucking accountant, bro.
There you go.
Dresses like this in my spare time. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So it's funny because I even kind of weekly wore my Vans today. So I was like, I can't interview this fool at once. You know what I mean? Like, let me wear my Vans real quick. But I grew up with brothers who skated. I skated a little bit, but I definitely grew up in that Tony Hawk era. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So like a lot of your jokes that you'll bring up about that kind of shit, like definitely resonate. Yeah, that shit's hella funny.
Yeah. The one that's hitting recently is the Stephen Hawking one.
Mm-hmm.
I combined the fucking two of them.
Yeah, no, that shit is good.
Yeah, I mean, it works with my gimmick and shit.
Yeah,
I mean? Which is not even like a fucking gimmick. I remember for the longest time, people thought like this was a front. I'm like, nope, bro. I was like, fucking a skater. I'm a stoner, bro. And
yeah,
I like to tell jokes and talk shit, bro.
Well, it's funny because I always felt like skaters, stoners, and then like wannabe gang members, like damn near all kind of were the same universe for a little while.
For sure.
Because it's kind of like the same rules.
It's
you know
the same, it's the same little subculture.
Yeah,
it's like a rebel subculture type shit.
Yeah, exactly. Because you grew up out here, right?
That's
like
right.
In Santa Rosa County.
I have a bit of growing up in the hood. That's just not a lie. I grew up in fucking Roseland.
That's what it's called, Roseland. Yeah. That's right. Because you talk about growing up with the Mexican homies.
The essays. Bro,
hey, the jokes, I know some of your jokes don't always land with the crowd that we say it to, but that shit be hilarious and ready, bro, for the Mexicans that be in the crowd.
Bro, that just be with any fucking jokes you say as a comic, dog. You know what I mean? It's like that shit doesn't really represent like the real essence of the joke. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Because those jokes, like I keep that one in there because it's actually like it's personal and like I do it because I fucking do it out mostly here in Santa Rosa.
Yeah.
But like because it's local reference and shit. And but that joke though is it's tight because it's ever expanding.
Yeah,
I have been expanding it and
yeah.
So where it's like I try to make it digestible to everybody.
Well, and also too, like when you start delivering stuff, like you start also remembering things like memories that go clicked up with shit, and be like, oh yeah, and this and that. You know what I mean? But definitely being from California, period. If you're brown, you're Mexican. So if you grew up with any brown people, bro, you know what I mean? They could have been Guatemala, El Salvadorian. Hey, everybody's Mexican. You know what I mean?
No, I mean, I'm pretty much cut from the streets a little bit.
Hell yeah. No, that's what's up. I think that's too. That's why you and I have been cool since I came through here, which is kind of dope because I was listening to Brett's podcast and he said that like this was the first place you ever did comedy.
That it is, right on this stage that we're at. I bombed hella hard, bro. I still remember it like it was yesterday.
Did you read from your phone, or do you have most of your stuff like?
No, I'm a big believer in not bringing up notes or reading from anything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I try to keep it like legit as fuck. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for
like
sure.
some people like bring up their notes. It's like a part of their act, and
that's one of my things.
And like open mics are mostly now that I'm more seasoned. Like they're just for like workshopping and not really taking it too seriously. You know what I mean? It's good to like try to structure your act and build on that. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's just fun. The story is funny how because I got into comedy late. You know what I mean?
Yeah, same. Honestly, like stand up.
I like never knew that we had a club in Santa Rosa until like I got the balls to like start checking out open mics and shit.
Yeah.
And I found this place and it came out like 2 months and then finally like John knew who I was. I wasn't performing yet, but like I remember like Steve Bruner, Mick Berry, Jake Sullivan. Like I was coming out to all the shows and just scoping it out.
Yeah, checking it out first.
Seeing what live comedy was really like. And then I remember fucking John knew I was. And just like, you know, you get these cats that come in here and they just like think like they most of them 9 times out of 10 they fucking see Kill Tony and be like, I could fucking do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But when you get up on stage, you get that mic and you get in front of a crowd, that is a whole different like animal and a game in its own right. Just getting up on stage.
Yeah.
So I remember I finally signed up one Wednesday and fucking he made me do the whole 5 minutes. And I was just like froze up there.
Yeah.
I couldn't say anything. And then you hear like people in the crowd like, you can do it, like keep going, you got it. And like now I know it's like that's not what you want to hear.
No, it's not, but it is the fun part about being a place that has a cool environment of people.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because it's other comics mostly telling you that. You know what I mean? You got this.
Well,
like,
in that instance on that first time, there was like 15 people in here.
Oh shit.
So that, and you know, for this room on a Wednesday is pretty legit. So
yeah, I was like I was probably maybe like 3-4 months into comedy when I first came here.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like happenstance. Like my BM is from here, and you know, like we had gotten together, and it was kind of like, oh, let me look for what's local, you know what I mean, to like this area. And then the first time I ever walked in, I only saw the front room. And I was like, this is the open mic? Like, there's no way.
What I thought too when
I was like, and there was like old people playing ukulele.
Yeah, then they go through the curtain and they just open up. It's like, holy fuck.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Damn.
I walked in and they were like, and they're like, no, the comedy's in the back. Yeah. And you open those doors and it's like, oh shit, it's an open mic.
Scared me so much more. I was like, this little stage I can manage, dog. This little fucking curb, bro.
Hell yeah.
It's like, no, you get up on this bitch and it's like a real show.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, for sure. How do you feel like being a skater, right? Because like you know, they say like one trick at a time type shit. Like how do you feel like, you know, doing skating helped your comedy? Like being willing to get up there and try some shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, let me just say this, like at 37 now and after 2 knee surgeries, I'm kind of like out to pasture
as far as skating.
Yeah, like I'll always do it, but like, yeah, I can't be like shredding. Like in my mind, I can still bust all that shit, but you know, my body is just like fuck, chill. You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I mean, it directly translates right into comedy.
Hell yeah,
like everything, you know. And it's kind of crazy because I never, even like from the community to the people to performing, like audience and everything, it's all oddly the same.
Yeah.
You know?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And I love it too. I think, yeah, it's just like bombing is like when I bombed that first time, it only made me want to try harder.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just because like,
for sure,
I always loved comedy. And as soon as I was like, oh, fuck, like I know I can do this shit. And just like fucking skating, bro. You just,
hell yeah.
Especially when you get real passionate about something.
Yeah.
And then you get that first, you know, it's just like, it's on, dude.
Yeah, no, those first couple of like laughs or like even people coming up to you later and be like, yo, this was funny, that was funny, like it definitely gives you that like motivation to keep going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then like you said, like I'm hard-headed too. So it's like if I don't get something right away, it's like I'm dead set on trying to get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Trying to make it happen. How long have you been doing comedy?
1.5 years now.
A year and a half?
Yep.
That's what's up, bro.
Solid too. Like grinding.
Every week.
Yeah, getting as much mics as I can, like out here in the northern Bay Area, Sonoma County.
It's cool though, because there is a lot of mics out here, bro.
When you put your mind to it, you can get some time. You can get at least 3 in a week.
Like, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and then there's other ones you can get on if you know somebody. But
yeah, or if you even want to do it.
That's right. Yeah. There's always opportunities.
For sure.
Yeah.
No, there's sometimes where it's like, yo, I could go tonight, but I'm gonna hang back. I'm gonna chill.
Dude,
or whatever.
Those are the worst. I swear, those are the worst. Like I had those feelings so many times where I was like, I don't want to go tonight. And then when I went out, I was like, I'm fucking glad I went out.
Yeah.
Because I was like, that was so worth it, you know?
No, it's for sure like a gym. You know what I mean? Like when, like sometimes just showing up is just half the battle. And like getting there. And then once you get there, you're like, all right, cool. I'm locked in. This is what I want to talk about. This is what I want to do.
Yeah.
So hell yeah, that's dope. So growing up, like, is Santa Rosa like kind of like in this area in Roseland? Who were like some of your favorite comics growing up and shit that you liked? Like, Or who do you listen to now? Maybe I don't know. Like who's some of your comedy, I guess, heroes in a way.
For sure, yeah. The first dude that comes to my mind that I saw was Richard Pryor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
Sunset on the Strip.
Hell yeah.
Red suit and shit.
Yep.
That was badass.
That's dope.
Yeah, and then as I got older, like the first like real special, like I saw besides Richard Pryor was like the Joe Rogan. It was his shiny happy jihad.
Really?
Yeah,
that's funny.
In like early 2000.
That's funny. I never heard Joe Rogan actual comedy until like later.
Yeah, well, see how I got into it was like because I skated and then I got into like martial arts. So I always like UFC and shit.
Oh, that's dope.
And then he did the Fear Factor shit.
Hell yeah,
and mind you, like I'm a teenager with all this going on. And then I found out that he did comedy.
Oh, okay. That's dope.
And then I started watching all that. Like early like Kill Tony shit, like early Joe Rogan like it was like called the Ice House Chronicles, like back in the day.
Oh shit, okay.
Yeah.
And that's dope.
Started following all that shit.
What kind of martial arts did you do? Like jiu-jitsu or
he's jiu-jitsu dog.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's what's up. So you fuck somebody up, huh?
Yeah. Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I mean I thought you were talking about Joe Rogan.
No. I'm talking about you.
No,
you said you got into martial arts.
I did for a little bit.
Oh, okay.
No, dog. I was the whitest white belt in there, dog.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Hey, you're better than me.
It's funny. One dude when I was training, because I like comedy, you study it for a long time, so you have a general idea of like what to do, and like it's like when you first roll, you could just bomb and you get fucked up.
That's what happened to me.
And I still remember this dude was going for like a crazy choke, and like I knew it was coming because I had seen it. And I got out of it because he was like, "Oh, he's fucked," and then I got out of it, and then he's just like, "That's the blackest white belt I've ever seen." And I was just like, that was the hugest compliment, dog.
Yeah, for sure. But you
like,
just knew that one thing was coming and you're like, fuck no.
Yeah, but no, that shit humbled me real quick, dog. Yeah.
That's funny.
It was like, I loved it, but it just got too intense, bro. And
Hell yeah.
I didn't have a car at the time, so I was like biking there 4 miles.
So you're already winded before you even get there?
Yeah, working morning, getting off at like 4 or 5.
Hell yeah.
Doing all that grind.
Now my brother, he's in law enforcement and that full rolls. And then he has, I kid you not, my brother has 6 kids.
Oh shit.
And all of them
He's Mexican?
Yeah,
well,
for
makes
sure.
Sense, then.
Yeah, but all of them are well, his kids are half white too, but they're like country half white.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? They're dope. They're dope ass kids.
Yeah.
But that fool has 6 kids, and all of them are in jits. Like all of them roll.
Yeah.
And then my nephew is like I don't know, it's called like WJJ or something like that.
Okay.
The Worldwide Jiu-Jitsu League here in California. He's like the California champ.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff. So one of the times that we went to go visit this fool, he was like, "Yo, I got my sensei to let all of you guys come roll for free." And I was like, "Oh, dope. Like, fuck it. Like, let's go take a class." And so it was me and my brothers, and I'm the oldest of 4 boys, and this fool is right under me. So growing up, we'll fight, we'll get into it. Like, I'm always been bigger than that fool. And then we get into the mat, bro, and he was just fucking with me the whole time. This fool, he was just like, like doing head fakes and everything. I'm all like fucking all scurried up. I got humbled hella fast.
It's crazy
bro.
too. It's like when the bigger the dude you think would have the advantage on the ground.
Yeah,
a small guy. But if a small guy knows like technique and knows
fuck yeah, bro,
flip that fool around like he's a feather, dog.
Bro. That's exactly what's happening to my nephew. Put me in the chokehold too because he's like 16.
Yeah.
So he's like grown man size or whatever. And they're like, "Okay, we're gonna start on the back or whatever, And then that fool just real quickly just put me in some sort of triangle, some rear naked choke, something, bro. And the next thing I know, bro, I'm gasping for air. And I was like, okay, this is different. You know what I'm saying?
Hilarious.
Yeah, this shit's hella different. So every time I listen to like a Rogan episode, or even like they've just been talking about the UFC 250, you know what I mean?
I watched it yesterday.
Yeah, dude, do you check out the whole thing?
Yeah, we had a little watch party. And
that's what's up.
Yeah, it was dope.
Hell yeah. I just seen the clips, man. That shit was wild, bro. Yeah. That was like the most American thing I ever seen.
If anybody had a question in America, dude, you can fuck off now, bro. You can fuck off. Like, our cock is super hard right now,
bro.
We're on that Blue Chew Gold X shit, bro.
Bro, do you remember like when the fucking War for Freedom was going on and they would release like those terrorist videos? They're like doing the fucking monkey bars.
Oh man,
and then like bench pressing but hitting each other with like bats and stuff.
Yeah.
Bro, we had a fucking UFC fight on the White House lawn. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
you know what
I
I'm
think
saying?
too, like there was a fucking thing of Trump when he saw that shit, and he was just like, he's like, oh yeah, training on monkey bars, like that's gonna help. You know what I mean?
Bro, that shit is fucking hilarious, dog. Like we got real warriors, which again, so what's crazy is I've never been hella big on the UFC. Word. I don't know why. It just never really boxing I like, you know what I mean? Maybe it's the Mexican shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like boxing I always been a fan of, so I always try and catch like if there's a good boxing match going on. I don't know, some of the latest shit, like the Jake Paul shit or whatever. It's just kind of more, it's more of a spectacle, you know what I mean? Like I went to Buffalo Wild Wings to see that fool get his ass whooped. For sure. But the UFC 250, I only watched like a couple of clips, but that shit looked lit, bro. That shit was hella crazy. Yeah, it was tight. Did you see like right before, I had saved some shit, but we don't even need to react to it because everybody's seen it. But did you see right before they had like the Washington Monument? Yeah. And that shit had a rainbow, clouds, a sunset, and lightning all in the same shit.
Dude, well, it was a trip. It was like it was supposed to fucking rain yesterday,
bro.
And then it got postponed, and they thought like right around the prime time was like fucking like 5 to like 8 or whatever. It was supposed to rain the most. The fucking storm literally split around literally just the smallest part. Like,
I thought half that shit was AI, bro. I was like, oh, they fucking used AI to add in, and they're like, no. You start seeing clips from people who are like down below. Yeah, and it was like, no, that shit was just some weird. I still
thought it was funny because one of the dudes, Josh Hoka, like talks mad shit. Bro. He's hella funny though, dog. He's so funny.
Yo, that rule brought up a meme from hella years ago.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
Talking about Michael Obama.
yeah, dude. Talk about like, it was funny. I saw CNN got a hold of it and was like talking about it and shit.
Yeah,
and it was just like, oh, what is their thoughts? The White House trying to get their this like. There you go, trying to make this fucking political.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's a fucking fighter just talking shit,
bro.
And coincidentally, it's at the White House, but nonetheless, it's like,
bro, all those guys, like, all they're trying to do is just be the next controversial clip on the number one thing. Dude, I don't get why some people don't understand that.
He's funny, dude. That dude, he did like the press conference or before by himself, and he started doing like a Kill Tony minute. He started doing stand-up.
I didn't see that. Yeah, I gotta check it out.
It was so funny. And he's like, has that been a minute? And then he gets out like his character. He's like, well, I felt I did good. He's like, I've been trying to do stand-up, but it's a lot harder than it looks. You know, it was just so fucking funny. Dude.
Yeah, I didn't catch that. You know what's funny is politics to me, like I try not to get involved at all because it's all fucking stupid.
I love getting involved.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. Because people are fucking stupid. You know what I mean? And more as a comic, I like to pay attention to just the stupidity of it all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I voted too, but I am like retired from voting anymore.
For real? You're out?
Yeah.
Damn.
I do when I first started doing comedy, that's like what I was kind of talking about. You know,
was politics and shit?
A little bit, dog.
Yeah.
Because that's like a lot what I was thinking about at the time. Because like we started going like ass backwards overall as like a country and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like me, I'm fucking from the street, so I'm just like, I just try to keep it real. And it's like I know history and like I take all that shit into context of where we've gone, you know what I mean?
For sure.
And it's just like you keep pushing the issues, you keep trying to change shit, and it's like, when does it become stupid? When does it become fucking logical?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because most of it makes no sense. It has no real bearing on anybody's overall lives, but like a 1% that is just a 1%, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And without all the hoopla of the fucking propaganda, it's like everybody would be fucking chilling if everybody just shut the fuck up and live their lives.
Yeah, well, that's like I said, that's why I try not to get too involved. And the problem is, and here's the issue of why I don't get involved in politics personally, is because like I can take everything in, I can digest it for myself.
Yeah.
But then you go to say something to anybody, and all they're gonna do is regurgitate what they heard from something else, like like you spit a meme back at you, and it's like I'd rather not engage.
A lost cause.
Yeah, I'd rather not engage anybody. Like politically, I'm even like super libertarian, only because I'm like, yo, leave me the fuck alone. Like both sides, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's a crazy thing. And then you live in a place like here, like Santa Rosa, the Bay Area, California in general, and it's like, your opinion is damn near null and void.
Yeah.
Because all the shit's going on. Like, I just saw fucking Gavin Newsom being investigated by the DOJ or whatever, and that fool gets on a microphone and he's like, there's nothing happening here.
Bro,
you know what I mean?
That
Like,
fool's the most
nothing to
that
see
fool
here.
is probably the most investigated fucking politician.
Yeah.
And he still just snakes by, bro.
Bro, he's a different breed of character,
Dude,
man.
like, people fucking forget. He got like caught up for some like Clinton type shit when he was like mayor or some shit.
You talking about his friend
affair.
was
He had a fucking affair, and
he was
admitted
sleeping
about
with
that
his friend's
shit.
wife or
And
whatever.
then it's like, oh, this guy's such a good guy. Look at his fucking nice hair and crooked smile. You know
Bro,
what I mean?
the thing that got me the most when I watched it was he said, "This is all happening because I might be thinking about running for president." Like, bro, you've been running for president for 2 years. Get the fuck out of here. Like, which, hey, do your thing, dog. Like, I don't think he'll win. I don't know what it is, but politics is crazy, like I said.
Yeah.
And then you live in a place like California.
I was just gonna say, California is the root of all evil of our country. I believe that wholesomely.
Hey, but don't you feel like it's the root of evil, but then also too like the source of happiness?
Yeah,
because like skater cannabis culture comes from here.
Well, yeah,
like,
that's all well and good. Like, California has the best weather, best a lot of shit.
Yeah, what they say, weather, weed, and women, right?
Yeah, but fuck, dude, it's yeah, it's just we get fucked out of the ass.
I seen a fucking Ron White bit on a Kill Tony episode. Do you see that one where he's talking about how all the best women are in California because the actresses and the actors came together.
That's
and
right.
They fucked each other. And they're like, imagine being from, he says, like Toledo or something crazy.
Yeah,
like,
he's just like, we're just gonna sit down
Nebraska
here and never leave. You know, we're just gonna keep popping them out.
Yeah, that shit is hella fucking funny.
Ron White's a legend.
Hell yeah. So you said that like Richard Pryor and then Joe Rogan was early
Bill
on
Burr for sure.
Yeah, well, we grew up in that same like Dave Chappelle,
that's right,
TV
Dave
show
Chappelle.
era,
Yeah,
like all that kind of shit too.
Carlin, of course, George Carlin.
Do you ever do like sketches and shit?
No, bro.
No. Yeah, it's not my thing either.
I mean, I could for sure, but it's not my vibe.
Yeah, I feel like I would like to play a role in somebody's sketch sometimes, but actually like the will to get out there and do sketch comedy,
some, like improv shit.
Hell yeah.
Like, that's something too I've been trying to incorporate into my comedy, like be a little more animated in my comedy and be a little more like try to get laughs from looks and shit and gestures, which is also part of the craft. That's a very fine, sweet art of the craft, you know.
Fuck yeah.
And it's like a lot of people, it's like that shit's is like there's so many levels to comedy, and like I'm so glad that I've really tried to grow and mature as a comedian. Because like in this scene, in our scene, you see a lot of guys who come through and they're just having a good time, and you see them tell the same, like, you know, you ever heard like the definition of insanity is trying the same thing over and over again, expecting
a different result.
And fucking you just do the same shit. And like that shit's wild to me because you see these guys time and time again. It's like, do you not want to like grow and mature and work on shit? Like there's things called tags and setups and premises and it's like you watch and learn from everybody else and you learn from that. And
hell yeah,
I don't know where people don't try to do that. So I'm like on that next level right now where I'm trying to learn how to like riff on the spot, be in the moment type of shit. Yeah, which is hella hard to do.
Are you doing crowd work shit?
I'm starting to incorporate it a little bit when I can, you know. And there's like bits I have where I can like open the audience for participation, which and then kind of invokes some reaction. And so then you could work with it like that.
Yeah.
But I still try to mess with that. I don't do that on any like book shows or anything like that. Strictly like my act. But open mics and stuff is now the place for me, year and a half in, to start just doing that stuff, you know?
Yeah. I think that part of too, like obviously, so I'm about a year behind you. I'd say it's, you know, probably like 10 months behind you.
Yeah.
But I would say that maturing in comedy is learning that you're just barely getting started.
You know,
Man,
I mean,
I used to hate hearing like, oh, I've been a comic for 10 years or 12 years and just different things. But then you start realizing like, whew,
well,
like
half the battle is being like super fucking ignorant to your own delusion.
Yeah.
You know, and but the thing is like everybody has the delusion of grandeur in doing comedy.
Yeah.
Because everybody wants to be that person, you know what I mean?
For sure. Yeah.
And I don't know what my fucking point is, but there's that type of delusion, and then there's just the realization that fuck, I need to work on this. But people just, I don't know. But people are so nice in comedy.
Yeah.
A lot of people will
especially
never tell
in
you
this
that you're shit.
in this area too. Honestly,
I think in general, mostly though.
I don't know. I feel like sometimes in some rooms I've been in, like if shit is not really funny, it's not gonna land. But then being somewhere that like everybody's cool here, like everybody's hella nice here, everybody's trying to do their thing, and so sometimes I'll be killing shit here, and then I'll go somewhere else, and it's kind of like that was all right, you know. And it's like, oh, I gotta punch that up a little bit, you know what I mean?
Somebody early on, who told me that this is an easy room.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say just easy, but it definitely is. I think that people come here to enjoy themselves, and they know it's like, especially on a Wednesday,
which
everybody knows it's open mic.
That quote, like easy room. I don't believe in that. You know what I mean? I think this is a very educated room. Like people around here know what they expect when they come in here. It's comedy.
For sure.
You know, it's not like a bar. This is kind of a comedy club.
So
there's an expectation of laughter.
For sure.
Not where you go to a bar and it's just fucking a bar.
No, it's a different feeling when you have a stage and you have microphone and sound.
Club vibe.
This is definitely a club. I mean, it is a comedy club.
Yeah,
but then you go to some open mics, like even my mic that I do in Fairfield, it's literally just a tap room. It's a wine bar tap room. You know what I mean? But there's no stage. There's like we're working on getting something set up there to where there is like a little stage and I can do some actually like paid shows. Yeah, it's been going cool, man. It's a lot of fun. To be honest, and people have seen this lately on the news, but like there's like a student that got killed during a graduation in Fairfield. It was like all over the news. And that area it goes off, bro. Like it's kind of like,
I know it's kind of a little hard out there.
Yeah, and it's funny because being from Fairfield, you'll get Oakland fools and Richmond fools, Vallejo fools be like, oh, Fairfield's a suburb, but then the next week in the news, it's like somebody was killed, somebody was robbed, somebody was whatever. So when I started doing it, that's a place that I actually like to hang out. Like that's where I go and drink. That's where I go and hang out and kick it when I'm in town. Friends do shows there, music, different things. And so when I started doing it, I just talked to the owners and I was like, hey, have you guys ever tried comedy? And they're like, oh, well, we have never done it, but if you want to do it, we can do it on Wednesday nights and replace karaoke some of the nights, which is cool, but it's been a fun turnout for like the local audience. Like it's something fun for people to go do.
It's different,
something positive, you know what I'm saying? And I like hosting a little bit better than I like just doing fucking solo stand-up. Like I do like doing solo stand-up, but I don't know, I feel like it's a little fun to host, riff on shit that's going on without the expectations of like you got to kill it, you know what I'm saying?
I've hosted a couple of shows, man, and that's another little stepping stone in their growth in comedy is becoming a host. Because eventually when you get like you start to get like on real shows, you are probably more likely going to be the host.
Hell yeah.
You know, you'll start off the show and it's all a fucking test, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? And that helps you just get on stage, get comfortable with the flow. And then it also helps you learn about the ebb and flow of a show. It helps you as a comic overall.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that for sure.
It's been sick. And actually June 25th. I don't know when this will come out, but it'll probably come out before that.
It's live right now.
Oh,
it's
word.
out.
Yeah. So we're gonna have here at the Barrel Proof.
That's a new comic showcase.
New comic showcase,
and you're hosting it, right?
I'll be hosting that shit.
Yeah. I like the flyer.
Yeah,
the flyer's pretty sick.
Yeah, it's cool too. There's a lot of good. You're on it.
I'm on it. Yeah. I'm gonna be here June 25th.
Brittany Lee, Tony Gurn,
Nikki is on it.
Yeah, Nikki's on it, and I think there's one other person I'm forgetting. Sorry, damn it.
And you're hosting.
That's right.
Yeah, that's dope, man. No, you've definitely been in your host bag lately.
Yeah.
So you hosted here, right?
That's right.
Yeah, and then over at Iron Ox, did you host a show over there? No. You didn't host a show over there, but you
just hosted it twice.
No, you know what it was? You did your feature night the week before I did mine.
That's right.
Yeah, that's what it was.
I've
That's
done
what
that
I was thinking
twice
of.
now.
Yeah. That's a good amount of time, bro. Yeah, it's a good amount of time to get up there and do that. But I like that they do that there because honestly, where else am I gonna do it but like a paid show if somebody booked me for that long and I have never done it before?
Again, that place is great for doing comedy. I'm so grateful for that room. Like you can get 8 minutes and perform for nobody. But I mean, you get that time on the mic, which is just great.
Hell yeah.
And then you get those featured spots when you're ready for it. Like I wasn't ready for it for a whole year. I was like, I want to get some material. So I just don't go up there and talk shit. You know what I mean? That's the one thing I cannot stand in comedy is wasting the audience's time. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
I get that.
Now that I've done it more, like especially if like for me, like I'm not on any level right now. Like I'm a little bit past an open micer, but I'm trying to get to that next level of like being booked and shit and
hell yeah,
going down to the city and trying to get recognized. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I when I was in LA, I learned some shit about the city. So apparently the Punchline mic at Punchline in San Francisco, going there like on Sundays and hanging out at the showcase, meeting the booker or owner or manager, whoever it is, and all that kind of stuff. But then once you like accomplish that level of doing it, then you become like what did he call it? A Live Nation comic. Have you heard that before?
No.
Yeah. So that's what I've been hearing things kind of like, what up, Brittany? I've been hearing things about like kind of the process of going through that.
Yeah.
That if you want to be like a booked Live Nation comic, you gotta kind of like
I don't even know what Live Nation is, dog.
That's like the ticketing platform that like on Ticketmaster when you buy a lot of
I feel
tickets,
like somebody was
it'll say like Live Nation
to you, bro.
I don't know, man.
I've never heard nothing like that.
See, but then you hear stuff like that, and then it's like, oh, really? And then it could be bullshit. It could be not. I don't know.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
I don't think it's. I mean, I could be wrong, dog. You know, maybe if you know the right people, maybe your homie knew something that.
I don't know. I mean,
it's
not. It's not really my homie. It's just somebody I met that was telling me, this is the process.
All I know is like the Punchline San Francisco is kind of like the pinnacle of where we're at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And they don't really have like, do they have an open mic?
No, it's just the Sunday showcase.
It's just the Sunday showcase, right? And if you happen to get there and they know that you're a comic.
And it's just been like that for years. It's like just the process of putting your time in, going there and hopefully getting up and having a good set. And then you get eyes on you.
Yeah.
And then the more you go, like you'll more than likely get pulled or get put on some other shows. And then I heard too, it's like if you do 3 sets there or you do get on the show, you can get on Cobb's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's what I heard.
Have you done any roast battles?
I've done 2 out in Livermore. Yeah.
In Livermore?
Yeah, it was at Ours Place. They have some out there.
Oh, okay. But you knew the person that you were going to battle against, or it was just right there?
Yeah, that's kind of how those work. You kind of like...
No, I know, but I just wasn't sure. Like, just making sure. No. You said Livermore, and I'm like, I never even heard of a show out there. But yeah,
you know, they have...
It was something you were booked for, and like it was like, oh, this is...
Yeah, well, I knew some guys who do it. They have it like almost like every month out there.
Oh,
like, you
okay.
can do it too, dog.
I'm doing my first one in July.
Oh, that's what's up.
On Tavi's show, the Lodge Church one.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
I'll be there for that.
Yeah, I'm battling a girl named Lily.
Oh, I don't know.
Lily Johnson.
Oh, okay.
She's experienced battling. I'm not gonna lie. I feel bad right now even bringing this up because she sent me over like some information.
That's
like
right.
A
you exchange info.
Yeah, I didn't know this all beforehand.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I gotta fill it back out and send it back. You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
I'm not trying to play no games.
Honestly, when I first heard about that, because my idea of roasting was just like, because I'm kind of like a natural, just like smart ass like roaster in general. I mean, I just have a fucking huge sense of humor, dog. So I'm like, I'm a skateboarder. I'm from the hood. We always clown on each other.
Yeah,
and talk
for sure.
Shit, bro.
For sure. Yeah,
and it's all out of love. And it's like when I got into comedy, I thought like the shit talking, like people get flattered by. No, dude. A lot of people get offended by some shit and they don't know how to roast back. And it's like in comedy, it's like just fucking throw it back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I love I love roasting and dude, like they're fun, man. I want to do some more. Yeah, it's different, and it's like different. My point is, I'm old school, and I never liked the idea when I heard like, oh, you exchange info. I'm like, what? This is whack, dude. I'm like, dude, I'll just riff off of what you look like and what, like, you know. I was like, in the moment, like some
what you remind me
shit.
of,
and like that, but it's way more like structured and.
So so that was my whole thing, was I didn't even really want to get into roast battling at all. Like, it was not really something that I was like into or like wanted to do. And then you start here talking to other comics and they're like, oh, it's like another tool in your belt. It's a part of comedy, like blah, blah, blah. And obviously there's the big ones like the roast Kevin Hart that just happened and that kind of stuff. But then somebody that kind of like, well, he's like a mentor to me. He gave me my first little 5 minutes and all that kind of stuff. But he was like, the object of the roast is that you and your opponent have the best like show.
That's right.
Like the best presentation. So
it's like a spar.
Exactly.
It's
but you want to put on a good show.
Yeah, it's like a well orchestrated dance.
That is a very good way of putting it.
There is one victor out of it, but it's supposed to be a flow and shit. And
yeah. And so I went to the one that Lauren did on Josh Means' show, the last one at Cobb's, and then I was like, yo, put me on the next one. And so like that's how I'm trying to get my way into Cobb's a little bit too.
For sure. I mean it's
cool because I like Cobb's. That's one of the places that I used to go in the city before I ever did stand up, just to go see shows. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, good comics come here. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
at the end of the day too, I'm like, you know, you could get those things just to get easy like spots, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, for sure.
My thing though is like, I don't know, in comedy, I heard a great quote from Ralphie May. He said, don't market yourself until you have anything to market.
Yeah.
It's just basically like, don't waste people's time. Dude.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? And I get that moniker. That's something to live by in comedy. But a lot of people are just selfish and don't give a fuck. And it's just super cutthroat. And it's just, I want to get that spot. I want to get that show. You know what I mean? And then you see everybody else doing it. And then it's just, it becomes FOMO. You got to hop on the train, you know, before it takes off.
For sure, bro. Like, I mean, that's like I said, even with the Iron Ox, like going there to do 25 minutes or 30 minutes, like that was my first time ever doing that long to even know, like, can I do this? Like, and hold attention. That was a
good set too, bro.
No, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. You definitely gave me a compliment afterwards and everything. But I'm just talking about like that, like you said, like don't market yourself till you have something to market.
That's right.
And it's like, yo, I barely have done that one time to know that, okay, I can do it. Hi, Amor, how you doing? So I've only done it once. I've done it, you know, it went well. And then what was cool was I got booked to like kind of headline the show in Davis. And the dude was like, I don't know, man, you can do like 20, 30 minutes. And I was like, all right, cool. Cause I've done it already. I got it out at Iron Ox. Like, let me just fuck around on this bike for hell long, go through a bunch of the bits that I have put together. And it worked out cool. Yeah. And then I tried a little crowd work, like throw a little crowd. The only crowd work question that I've been asking lately is, is there anybody in here that has an OnlyFans? Because it kind of leads into a bit.
Sure.
But I haven't had anybody be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
No whores, no honorable whores in the crowd.
No honorable whores. Yeah. I mean, is that what OnlyFans is, bro? Honorable whores?
That's right. Totally.
I was in LA and the homies said it's a form of prostitution.
It is, bro. I mean, if I had nice feet, tits, or any of that, dude, I would be on there 24/7. I'd be a millionaire right now.
Hey, don't you feel sometimes like this is just random? Let me see. I don't know. Oh, the homie Day in the Cut is in the thing, but this is random, right? Is like there's something sometimes. This is from my perspective, right? Like if I meet a female and I think she's dope, you know what I'm saying? I think she's bad or whatever. And then it's like she tells me she has an OnlyFans. Like part of me wants to see it, but then part of me loses respect for you after.
Bro, that's a huge red flag and a huge green flag, dog.
Exactly. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, hey, I want to check out the material, but I'm gonna have zero respect for you after this.
It's like one of those things. Like, I'll give you a cameo and blur out your face. It's like, cut me in on a portion, dog.
Yo, have you ever been propositioned for OnlyFans work?
I have.
Oh shit.
Dude,
okay.
I have a few times. I probably got catfish online a couple times for it. But nah, this one chick that I was banging when I had my own apartment, she was my upstairs neighbor and shit.
Hell yeah.
She's single, like older, like mother,
like
43 or some shit, bro. Yeah, like she was like broke on her shit and like was trying to figure out some shit, and she's like, "Yeah, you want to start an OnlyFans?" And fucking like, nah, we never started the OnlyFans.
Oh
but, like,
shit, bro.
Yeah, but
you were gonna be Brian 22.
fucking. None of that cuck shit though, dog. Oh my god,
my boy's like, well, here's the thing: we have to interview a bitch, and then we have to sleep with her.
Nah, dude, that shit was funny.
Look at Brian 22, my boy. Oh shit, dog, you you were like, only if I can wear a ski mask.
Oh man. Dude,
that's hella funny, bro. I've never been propositioned, man. I've never been propositioned for OnlyFans work.
Bro, I had a bit,
to my dismay.
I had a bit that I was trying to do about OnlyFans about how like fucking like all these chicks like selling their feet and pics and shit. And I'm like the feet fetish, and I'm like, bro, I'm thinking about selling my feet pics, dog, because I have like some nice feet, dog. I was just thinking, I was like, I could like shave the hair off them and paint my toenails. Like they wouldn't even know the difference, dog. They don't never got to see my face.
Nowadays, you don't even have to do that. You just got to take a picture of them and then be like, AI, make these a little prettier. You know what I mean? Like AI, add pink nail polish to it.
Bro.
That's hella funny. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I've thought like you hear stories, you know, you're like, yeah, some Indian dude made $10 million off using a fake AI, like a fake female AI model or whatever. And you're like, yeah, but how gay is that?
Dude,
like, if you're on the other end pretending to be a female and be like, show me your dick, big daddy.
I don't have that time to like hustle like that, dude.
I mean, yeah, we're not Indian in some like Bangladesh.
Bro, that's hella funny, dog. That's a different type of a scam, bro. That's a different type of a scam,
bro. I'm telling you, can you imagine you're like sitting there, like, you know, being a dude on the other end of a fake AI model, but you gotta like entice the dudes. You know what I'm saying?
He's like, hello. He's like, would you like to see this tit? A $5 super tip, please.
Yeah, that's pretty much. You can put everything and be like, hello, big daddy. Would you like to see me in the pool with the bathing suit? And it's just some dude in Bangladesh. You know what I'm saying?
How is it that Indians became the stereotypical scammers?
Because there's a billion people over there.
But how did that fucking like, you know, you wonder about those things, like how they originate there.
I think it just, we outsourced like customer service. And they just became like the hub for that shit. You know what I mean? Like the phones, the contacts. I mean, have you seen Slumdog Millionaire?
I have.
So it's like he was started off in a call center.
True.
And they're just doing their thing. You know what I mean?
Regis Philbin.
Bro, that, you know what's funny is like I've always felt like too poor to be scammed.
That's funny.
Like, yo, you want my identity taken, dog. You might improve my shit.
Brett Williams Silveri's got a funny bit on that.
Oh, really?
About how he's broke and like he would like want somebody to steal his
identity,
and inherit his debt.
Yeah. Like, please, like they access my shit and they come in and then all of a sudden their account gets wiped.
Like, please steal my identity. I could really use a restart right now.
No, for sure. Yeah, like it's like, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I have a crazy little debt because at one time I took over a business that I got screwed in the deal. And I got taken to labor law court, which is like hella crazy as a Mexican to take to be the person like defending labor laws. Like, yo, what? I've been overworked my whole life.
Well, actually, it kind of makes sense, but
no, but it was one of those situations where like the people I bought the business from, they didn't pay the landlord any rent for like 6 months before. It was a crazy situation. I got swindled big time. Luckily, I didn't lose too much. But that kind of shit happens, bro. Like you get stuck in like situations, labor law, like all kind of things, and you get fucked, bro. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't know why I even brought that up right now to talk about what we're talking about. But
I had a hella funny story when I was living on my own. I got in like debt, like, you know, like they were almost gonna evict me because like I ended up breaking my ankle like skating, and then I couldn't work for a week and a half, and just that week and a half missing pay because I was like on a budget. Snowballed out of control. So I was like late on rent and shit got fucking hefty.
Hell yeah.
And so I had to get out of there like lickety split, you know what I mean? And then I found out they were like trying to like sue me or some shit. And then it went to collections. And what I owed them, fucking they were trying to get double on my ass. Dude. And so like I was going through some bullshit, and you've never met anybody in your life who want to talk to bill collectors more. You're looking at them, bro. I had them like threatening me to stop calling them bill collectors, dog. I still remember one of the guys' names. It was like I think it was like Jordan Ishikawa or Tyler Ishikawa was one of the fucking
You're
dudes.
Calling him over in Japan.
I knew his account number. I knew his fucking everything. I knew he when he went
put
to
Jordan on.
Dude, because they kept trying to fuck me over. And I took this. I kept calling so much and harassing them so much, dude, that they finally made me talk to the CEO of the company. They finally put me onto the CEO of the company, and they finally like fixed everything. And I won against the bill collectors, dog. You probably never met anybody who's won against a bill collector.
At the end of the day, they want something,
bro.
They want something because they got sold that debt.
And I was like, I've always been like
penny on the dollar.
I've always been an honest dude. Like I never have had debt. You know what I mean?
I
never wanted that shit to linger. You know what I mean?
That's how I am nowadays, man. I got this little stupid labor thing, but other than that, I have no debt. Just because it was like when I got divorced like 6 years ago, I just really was like, for what? Like, what do I want a car payment for? What do I want to take any loans? Like anything like that. And so I just lived like within my means for like 5 years. And then after you do that, it just becomes like lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck that. Like, I don't know. I have very little to any debt, or I don't want to say responsibilities because I have a lot of responsibilities, but like anything outside my means. You know what I mean? Because it's just easier. It's just easier to live like that.
How many kids do you have, dude?
Just one, bro.
Just one
now? So I have just one baby. She is 3 months and a week, so she's like 13 weeks old. But I was married at one time, and I raised my ex's son. And so he was like 7 when we met, and then when we split up, he was like 17. Now he's like, fuck, he'll be 22. So
I feel like every Mexican has one of those stories.
That's like
I fostered a step baby, bro.
No, hey, that's one of my that's actually funny because that's one of my bits is when I talk about growing up in daycare, and I say it wasn't daycare, it was Mexican daycare. It was my uncle's ex-wife's house.
Right. That's right.
Like that's straight up Mexican daycare, bro. Like someone's family member watching them or whatever, raising them. But no, I raised her son. He's a good kid, you know what I mean? Like he's got a job and doing his thing now. What was really cool was he was super timid when I met him, and so I'm not a skater. You know what happened? I was like 17. I was hanging out with my brothers, and they were trying to get me to drop in a bowl. And I used to like skate, mess around, and I dropped in the damn bowl, and I put my hand down when I lost control. And I freaking like dislocated my whole elbow. Like, that shit damn near popped out of like the skin on the socket. And my brother and all I ever did was smoke weed after that to like numb the pain. You know what I'm saying?
I did that same thing. I dislocated my elbow.
But I became an avid snowboarder. And so like I love to ride, bro. Like I pause. That sounds hella gay. But I love to go fucking shred the slopes, bro. Like that's the thing. Yeah, that's the thing that I do the most is go snowboarding. So when I had him, I would go snowboarding all the time and take that full snowboarding, teaching him, getting out. It was really, really cool. That was my homie for a long time.
I snowboarded for a minute too. I
love it. Did you?
Yeah, I worked up at like Heavenly and shit.
Oh shit, I worked at Boreal at one point.
Oh word.
Yeah, like in college.
Yeah, that was like a dream to work and live.
Hell yeah,
and ride for free.
Fuck yeah, like take a 15-minute break. All right, I'm gonna take some laps. Hell yeah.
I still remember I took it was a powder day, and it was the sickest time. I took like a 50-foot huck.
Oh shit!
Off like the backcountry, and it was.
I'm not doing that.
I was gnarly back in the day. That's why I got 2 knees.
Hell yeah! No, I bet.
Like my buddy was down because we were taking turns, and he went down and scoped it, and it was just these giant pillows. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I fucking knew the line because we had rode through it. Fuck it, and I just hucked it, and it was just like landing in like just pillows, bro.
Oh,
but it was like 50 feet. It was wicked.
Did you land it and ride it out, or you?
No, you just land in the snow.
You just crashed. Yeah, you just crashed it.
No really like riding.
No. I hear you. Yeah.
But it's just like. like hucking and just landing in like pillows and shit.
Bro, that's fucking nuts. Yeah, I would be the friend and be like, I'll go scope it out.
Bro,
and then I'll take the camera.
Dude, I still remember I almost fucking died one time snowboarding, dude. There was like a 15-foot kicker. It was like trying to just ollie, and I was going up. I fucking lost. I went, started swimming, and went like 20 foot.
Yeah,
it just landed on my back,
and
yard
smacked
sale.
Your head.
Oh yeah, whiplash, everything. I immediately went home.
That's the only time I've ever been like knocked out in my life.
Oh, I got mildly concussed. I wasn't out, but
I think that's what happened to me
for sure.
Yeah,
like,
I woke up for sure. Yeah.
The one thing you know when you get rocked, like you get hit, you see black real quick.
Facts. Yeah. It just blacks out, and then you wake up and you're like, what the fuck?
That's crazy because that's like when your brain's protecting itself.
Hell yeah.
It's so wicked. Like I've had that a few times too. The only time I got knocked out once skating.
That is kind of crazy to think about. That is what that is. Huh?
I got knocked out once skating.
Is your brain like shutting off for a moment?
Yeah. That's why
that's crazy.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I've been hit in the head a few times, dude. Like
shit.
I've been in some fights and I've been in some fight skating and I've bonked my head a few times. That's why my nose is like fucking all weird like this.
Yeah.
I've hit my nose so many times, dude. I'm surprised I haven't broken it, but yeah.
You're like, that's why I have a deviated septum.
Nah, dude. Dude, I've never done cocaine.
Yeah, I was a little coke whore for a minute, bro.
I when I was in Tahoe, I snorted like Molly and shit.
Oh damn.
And but it didn't really do nothing to me. Like I actually experimented a little out there with some shit. But I've always been like a straight hippie, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I was the same way growing up.
Weed and mushrooms, bro.
I was the same way growing up, but I grew up in that like Thiz, Mac Dre kind of era.
Me too, dog.
Yeah, and so ecstasy was like
this
very,
is what it is.
Bro, I used to think it was so cool to pop X, bro. Yeah. Like I used to think it was hella cool, and then that shit will leave you to like a chemical imbalance.
Yeah. Bro.
You'll be all fucking off and everything, but it's been a long time since I fucked around at all.
You know what's crazy is like I did not fuck with Mac Dre.
Really?
When I was like a freshman.
Yeah.
Because it was around like a freshman, sophomore, and he was really popping off. And, This is what it is was really cracking. And I was just a skater like Tom Petty and AC/DC. And I wasn't really hip onto that stuff. Like a lot of my friends who were skaters, like when they got into high school, they turned into all gangsters and shit.
That's exactly.
I was like one of the only ones who really kept skating. Yeah. And they all started doing drugs. And I shit you not, a lot of them died, bro.
Yeah.
A lot of them. Yeah. A lot of it was from like opioids and shit, bro. Yeah. Not that fentanyl, but it was like opioids. I forget what it was, but like oxys and shit.
Yeah, oxys were heavy back in the day for sure. People who were experimenting with like this and ecstasy, they were like, oh, let me take this other thing. Yeah. And that just like,
but it's crazy. As I got older, I was just like, Mac Dre is the shit. Bro.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was an early adopter a little bit, only because it was heavily like around me, and I kind of grew up in that like trying to be cool, like down with rap and everything.
Like it too, dog, is because this is gonna sound like super weak type of shit, but
you're good.
Well, no, it's just like I've never really been a follower, bro.
Yeah, I can see that.
Know what I mean?
I can see that for sure.
I've never been a fucking follower, dog. Sure. Like I always like learned from like my mom taught me well.
Like learn from other people's mistakes.
Like just know right from wrong. Yeah, type shit. Like I've fucked up hella in my life, but I never wanted to embark on anything like that.
Yeah,
so
like
that's why.
And
everybody was all like vibing with it, and I was like, man, I don't want to do this to be cool, bro. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like forced on you.
I definitely feel like I fell into a little bit of that, like trying to be cool, doing different shit. Yeah, because I didn't have to do any of that stuff. You know what I mean? Like I had went to college, did all that kind of stuff, but it was like trying to be cool and sell X in college and all that kind of stuff led to a bunch of dumb shit. But the worst thing was that it was fucking cool to fucking pop pills. Yeah. Like that was a cool thing to do.
I still remember like in 10th grade when Mac Dre died, I went to school that morning.
See, I think that was my senior year.
Bro, I'd never seen that many hard gangsters cry.
Yeah.
All the gangsters had mad tears in their eyes.
Yeah,
like,
they had the funeral in Fairfield, bro.
Oh,
it was like a weird thing. It was like Mac Dre's funeral.
I still remember like it was yesterday. All of them. I was just like, what the fuck? Because I didn't know he died. And then I found out like when we were in the class, I was like, oh shit. And I was like, whoa, this is kind of heavy.
That was kind of one of those weird like original viral things that you found out online.
It was, yeah.
Because it was like, yo, it was like on MySpace.
You know what I mean? Like,
people were posting R.I.P. Mac Dre on MySpace, and you're like, just for real?
Yeah.
Is this real? Like, is this a real thing? That was before like even Facebook was hella popping, or YouTube or any of that stuff. Like, but I mean, I remember like literally being in high school and driving to like go to Rasputin Records to like get the Trill TV and the Mac Dre albums and all that kind of stuff. Like it was the fucking thing to do.
Just fanboyed out,
bro. It was what else were you doing? That's who we were. That's what it was.
Yeah.
And that was before the internet, like I said, picked up. It was like, here's what you need to do to be cool. Yeah. It was like, nah, this is who we are.
To my point, good thing I was skating at the time.
For sure.
And I had other homies who I met that were skating and doing shit like-minded, where I didn't have to be like feeling so left out. Like all my old friends, because it happened just like over a summer, dog. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, and it's just a part of growing up and shit, you know what I mean? And
skating was tight back then too, though.
Yeah.
That's like when that was like I want to say damn near the come up of skating at the same time.
No, it was like during my that there was there's eras and shit.
Yeah, for sure.
But really I feel like the hardest time was and the funnest was that time, because now everything's so
commercialized and everything.
Social media and everything now, you know what I mean?
Well, bro, we literally grew up like there was no X Games and then there was X Games. Like in that, you know what I mean? Like that time period of life, it was like, oh, Tony Hawk Pro Skater, like the, and then it was like X Games hit. And it was like, yo, X Games. And they put skating in the Olympics and different things like that. And it was like, it was a really cool time to grow up. That's why I say, like, even for me, who wasn't really like a skater, like all my brothers skated because it was like the thing to do if you weren't fucking hanging out, selling drugs, or smoking weed all the time.
I feel like skateboarding was the first thing to really to go mainstream as like unaccepted subculture, like type of renegade sport. You know what I mean? And it transcended, like Lil Wayne fucking skates, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean? It started transcending like everything, you know what I mean? And because honestly, it's like most skaters are the dopest, coolest motherfuckers.
For sure.
And you trying to talk about fucking inclusion?
Yeah.
Bro, there is nothing more inclusive than skateboarding. Because as long as you can fucking skate and people will check you like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
And it's like,
that was the part I was saying about like gangsters. It's kind of similar. Like,
it is. And
posers will get called out real fast.
Yeah. And then it's just an individual thing.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Spin it right back into comedy. It just comes full circle.
Yeah, well, that and I also think like I feel like stoner culture goes hand in hand with that.
Oh yeah.
Like I literally at one time I remember I wrote like a paper in fucking sociology class in college about like how stoner culture and like being a smoker has got me into places that I would have never gotten in had I not been from the Bay and had like perp before anybody else had perp. You know what I mean? Like that kind of shit, like growing up out here, even like my cousins in LA, like I would come down and I'd have like an ounce of just like purple on me. And they'll be like, oh, let me see that shit. Like, and it was like, I was the man because of that. But then also too, like everybody skated, everybody did it was kind of like that whole, like you said, that subculture of like stoner, being a skater, which really is like a lot of Bay Area shit. You know what I mean? It's like very, very Bay Area. But yeah, that shit is some of the best people that I know. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know, now you mentioned it, it's kind of crazy being raised, and it's so humbling and grateful to be here, because for comedy and for skating, like San Francisco is like the mecca of both worlds.
Facts.
Which is nuts. Yeah. Because like, and vice versa, you go to fucking New York City
and rap too, damn near. Yeah.
Yeah,
rap.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. It's kind of wild to think about, but it's like all those little subcultures coexist in the weird niche way, you know?
Yeah, no, for sure, bro. And that's why I like when I meet people like you, it's like, yo, you're cool without having to like be cool. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like you said, like calling out posers or whatever in that whole world. It's like, yo, I've watched that shit and it's been fucking hilarious.
Dude, it's fucking a trip though. Like, you know, like coming into comedy and like thinking what I thought I was going to be, because it's nothing like what I expected it to be. It's way more uptight. You know what I mean? It's fucking and it's like I don't even know how to explain it. Like when I first started in here, it's like it took me like a full year to get people's respect.
I hear that.
And
I hear that.
And let them be like, damn, okay, this motherfucker is like taking this seriously. He keeps showing up. He keeps coming back. You know what I mean? And he's getting laughs.
You know
what I mean? And it's like the one thing you get as you acquire more as a comedian is you get the ear for laughs, because there's like bogus, like cheesy, inauthentic laughs. And then there's authentic laughs when you hear it where it comes from the core, and it's like they can't help but laugh. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And so fucking, I don't know what my point is here.
No, I think you're right, bro. I think that coming into comedy, like you said, from like the world of skating and all that kind of stuff, like you got to like almost prove yourself a little bit. And it's like, yo, I'm meant to be here. Like I'm one of you, you know, that kind of feeling. Because I remember when I first started open mics, it was really, I've told people it's like when you go to like in SAC, there's like some open mics where it's at a bar, but it's literally just the other comics.
Right.
And then now you got to get up, you're new, you're starting your set out. And it's like, I used to say, it's like working out in front of a bunch of gym rats. Like everybody in the dumbbell section just watching you do your lifts. And it's like, but that's what you got to do.
That's been kind of actually cool now, is like when I go to the city and I know it's like nobody's ever seen me perform. Yeah. To me, like when they're in there, it's like they're an audience. For sure. They don't know me.
Yeah. No. That's the tight thing about the city, is that a lot of people from SAC, from all over, everybody goes, like, especially on a Sunday. Yeah. Like everybody's out there to go.
That's why I love watching
to go hit it up. For sure.
Because you always see like new comics. And I feel like the more you do that, the more you learn. Because there's like, I always say this, like skating, it's like so many like styles, you know, comedy is just like styles, personality. Yeah, for sure. You know what I mean? There's like the crazy thing. It's like people that don't skate as well and haven't many tricks, they could have a super sick style and they're the funnest to watch.
Yeah, the steez is dope. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like
there's dudes who can do a lot of cool
technical
shit,
as fuck,
but they look whack on a board. You get my vibe?
I know exactly what you're talking about. So yeah,
like,
hell yeah.
For me, like my whole thing, and because I always say this, like I am not the best joke writer. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like I try to have the most original perspective where I know no one else has ever, they probably have touched on it if they think like my shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? I try to just do that. And I try to tell like personal stories. I'm not like a one-liner type comic.
Yeah. I don't do that
I try
either.
to like, I don't know. I just try to have, like they always said too, if like you're having fun on stage, the crowd will have fun. And then it's like, then you could go into anything and people will just be vibing off your shit. You know what I mean?
That's what the homie says. He says, if you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong. You know what I mean? Like,
because I could see some of the best guys do some of the best material, and it's like the most clever shit, but sometimes that real clever, witty joke writing that like most comics aspire to be, like a Seinfeld. Yeah. It goes over the audience's head because you're fucking rapid firing them. You keep hitting like setup to punch, but they're still trying to remember the first setup to punch. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, for me, the best guy right now doing it, in my opinion, is Mark Norman. Mark Norman is absolutely
Mark Norman is he's fucking different, period.
Yeah.
Because that fool will come with the one-line shit. He'll come with some relatable, punny shit. Like
he is the full package, dude.
He's dope. Yeah. And I like how much content he's been putting out lately. Like,
so good.
Did you watch that thing where he was like workshopping the jokes? And it was like a whole
the Markymentary?
Yeah.
That was the lead up to his special.
Yeah. And you kind of like followed it as he was working everything out, working out the material.
Yeah.
And then his shit that he did where he's got different people coming into the room. It's like all bald-headed dudes.
One?
Yeah. All Asian ladies. All Gen Z or whatever. Bro, that's fucking hilarious. Yeah. Like, that's really fucking clever.
The last one he did was super funny because like it's only like 10 minutes or like 8 minutes or 12 minutes. It's not that long. Yeah. It was funny because it's like a lot of the material didn't go well. And it was just so awesome to see how they handle that type of shit. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it's a little easier when you're booked all the time and all that kind of thing. I love
that he's doing that.
I would think that.
That is really, it gives, the only time you're ever going to see that is going to an open mic and watching comedy.
Hell yeah.
That's the only time you're going to ever get that perspective. Yeah, you know what I mean? That's why it's like, I feel bad sometimes when audience members come here and they sometimes get a false realization, like this is what comedy is.
Yeah.
And John Lear, who's the host here, he does a great job at always telling them
talking
in the beginning,
shit.
well, and just being like, hey folks, you know, this is a workshop. We're all trying, you know, you're gonna see some comics that suck and some comics that are good, you know.
Bro, when he used to rag on Fish Johnson shit.
Fish Jackson.
Yeah. When he would rag on some of his shit and then he switched up his whole thing and like all that kind of stuff, bro. I used to be weak, bro. John will talk shit like, and you gotta catch it sometimes because he'll say it real quick and then move on to the next thing.
Dude, when I was fucking hosting that one last time I hosted here, it was 3 hours, over 30 comics.
Bro, it's a long night.
And dude, let me tell you, like, I love everybody in the scene, but just some comics, like, and when you get multiple dudes, you know, you could see the crowd just wants somebody to produce some shit, you know. So it's like, as my job, if they suck, like I will like riff on them, and you know what I mean. And so there was multiple of them, and he came up to me, he's like, hey, he's like, you're doing great, but just tone it down on the roast a little bit. And I was just like, dude, that's been the most laughs in the whole show. Like, they're loving that.
Funny.
And then
John told you that?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's so funny. Like, it's funny because like knowing people know like he could really slay on some roast jokes. You know what I mean? I was like, you're like,
you're telling me, you're telling me this, but I get it from his point of view. He's like, everybody's trying. Everybody's trying.
I'm kidding for sure. I toned it down because I got what he was saying. Like because I was just, but to give myself the benefit of the doubt. Like everybody was, I had to do something to keep them alive, bro. You know what I mean?
And then as a comic, sometimes not saying it is the worst thing,
right?
Like keeping it in,
yeah,
and be like, oh, I should have said this.
It's like, you know, it's like I just reading the room and going with the flow.
Hell
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Hell yeah. Shit, we're already over. Fuck, it's been like an hour and a half already.
Is it really?
Like an hour 20? Hell yeah. Well, shit. Yeah, we'll wrap it up pretty soon here.
Yeah.
But as far as like what you got going on next, like what do you feel like the next step is for you in comedy? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Like what are you kind of like plugging right now? Like what do you?
Well, I got that show June 25th here.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think that's on a Thursday.
I'm pretty sure it's a Thursday night.
Yeah, my recollection serves me correct.
Yeah.
That's going to be a very fun show. Hopefully a lot of people show up. As far as comedy, dude, sky's the limit right now, dog.
Yeah.
I feel like I am like exactly where I need to be. I'm not pushing the issue at all. I'm kind of just slowly, I'm getting some shit to market before I market myself type shit.
Hell yeah.
And like the end goal right now, by the end of the year, I hope to get up at Punchline on the Sunday showcase.
Yeah.
That'd be lit. Have a good set there. And dude, just keep going. And yeah, it's like, who knows where this is going to take me.
I know. I feel like there's a few of us that have been doing it for a while now that like even just trying to shoot like a good 15 minutes like up here on this stage,
yeah,
like in front of people, you know what I mean, to get that good like 15-minute segment out to other people who are not on the scene, like we are. I feel like that's definitely what's probably coming next, you know what I mean? Because like you said, I have wanted to do something to where it's like, I'll be honest, man, some of my stuff, I just be riffing off like what's going on in my real life.
Yeah.
And then, you know, a couple weeks later, I'll be like, I don't want to post that clip from last week or whatever, because shit that's happened in real life. But I definitely feel like there's a few of us who, man, if we could find someone dope to like shoot, you know, 15-minute segments here for us or something like that, like with a good camera, with a good
you gotta
audio
have 15
level.
minutes though.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I mean? That's what I'm talking about though, man.
Yeah, it's like, to be honest, right now I have like a solid 8-minute act.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's real talk.
No, I hear you. I hear you on that.
Because a motherfucker be like, I got 30 minutes when realistically they got 5.
Yeah.
You know, you know what I mean? It's like they try to stretch it out, you know.
I know what you mean, bro. I know what you mean. That's why I say 15 minutes, because I feel like
that's actually,
I feel like that's
right
what I have, like
time.
a decent solid 15 minutes.
Yeah.
That I kind of want to like get cut up and get produced right to get out there. But no, I hear what you're saying, bro. I mean, that's probably why your comedy flows really well and stuff like that, because you're a good critiquer of yourself.
Oh
and
yeah,
being like, do I want to watch this?
Dude,
you know what I mean?
I'm the most honest with myself, dude. Like I said, dude, I didn't have my first good set. I've been doing this a year and a half. it took me a year and 2 months to have my first good set.
That's
solid.
That's a set.
No bullshit, no cap. All what do those fucking kids say?
Yeah.
None of that shit. Yeah. And realistically, most people will be like, will tell you that they've killed when they haven't killed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When people
facts.
say they crushed when they haven't crushed.
Facts.
They don't even know what that shit's like. And it's like, it took me until fucking I had validation from like 30 plus people who was like overwhelmingly just fucking just over and laughing and shit. It's like, all right, yeah. And it's like,
I probably came in on that tail end of that thing because I think I met you like 4 or 5 months ago. So it was probably right when you had dialed in your shit. You know what I mean? So yeah, I missed some of that early stuff. But I mean, like I said, when you're your own best critique, you know what I mean? That's always the best thing. Because I feel like shit, like, again, sometimes it gets laughs, sometimes things go well, but then I'll be like, that kind of sucks though.
Yeah. You see when dudes are doing it, man, you see them reworking jokes, retelling like jokes different way, adding tags on shit, shortening shit, structuring shit.
That's why I like watching the Mark Norman thing, because it was like I watched him change.
That's the best example. If anybody's listening to this who wants to do comedy and struggling to write, watch that Mark Norman mockumentary.
Yeah, because I like that. There was even like a solid bit in there that he worked out where he was like attacking the angle, like, oh, this is bad, and then he said, oh, let me turn it from the angle of this is good. This is good. And I kind of did the same thing with my whole little bit that I had about studs. Yeah. And like that I look like a stud and stuff. At first I was like, oh, me and studs beef, and we beef for this reason. But then it became like, I love studs. Like I said one night, and it got a lot of laughs, was like, I look like my girl calls me her partner. That's because my girl calls me her partner. And it became more like here's what I have in common with them, and I'm a lot more like them. Versus here's why they don't like me. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you put stuff out and it's like, it sounds good in your head. You're like, oh, I beef with studs. Then you put it out. You're like, damn, there's a couple studs in here that are not taking kindly to this. But I also, too, that's one thing like I love about doing comedy in a place that is very diverse. Like you get all kind of different people. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember one time when I first met Brittany, I was gonna do the stud bit, but then I was like, oh, I don't want to offend her or anything like that. Yeah. And then she got up here and ripped one, like just killed it, and was talking about like first time she ever like tried sucking dick and everything. And I'm like, oh, I could have did my jokes in front of her.
That's the one thing I've learned too is you never judge a comedian by their cover.
For sure.
You never know what the fuck do you know who Lauren Kraut is?
No, actually.
She's like an OG in the comedy scene, like an older little lady.
Out here or just in general?
She's a Bay Area comic.
Oh, okay. No, I don't know her.
She's so cute, like little glasses and shit, small little lady.
Is it a little Asian lady?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's Jake.
Oh, yeah. She's funny.
But she is like when I first saw her, I was like, okay, sweet lady. And then she'd go up there and she gets vulgar. I'm like, oh fuck. You know what I mean? And it's so hilarious.
Like imagining your grandma telling dirty jokes.
You would not think that she talks like that. And that's like, whoa,
hell yeah.
It's so cool.
That's funny, bro. Yeah, I've been getting it's cool though, because I get a lot of feedback from the homies. Like people I'll run into people, different scenes, because I'm like cool with a lot of Bay Area rappers and stuff like that. And I have one homie, he was like, you've been thinking too much. And I was like, what? He's like, I've been watching you on all these podcasts. You're thinking too much. Just let the dumb shit flow. Yeah. Just let it flow. Yeah. And I was like, hey, but it feels good because it's like, oh shit, the homie's really watching. Like, it's dope, man.
It's
so
good to have support, bro.
It's
hard to get support, especially like starting a podcast or doing comedy.
Hell yeah.
It's but dude, that's how everything starts. You start with a couple little views and you start get a couple eyeballs on you, and then you keep doing it, keep hustling, keep grinding.
I even went to church one time and someone was like, so you be watching those whale videos, huh? And I was like, oh shit.
No
like
way.
You was like, yeah. They were like, oh, you caught that clip?
That's
I just didn't think that person was watching because they don't comment. They're not really on the story. You know what I mean? But then like people hear stuff and then you start cracking up. You be like, oh shit, good looking out. Like you're following the journey, the process.
You post hella, bro. I see your shit too.
Yeah, man. I mean, I feel like I haven't posted a lot
of. That's another thing though. Like another thing in comedy right now that's really like crazy is like social media. It's like because there's such an oversaturation of comics. It's
For
like
sure.
You really got to put yourself out there.
For sure.
And constantly, it's Instagram. I don't have TikTok. I don't like that Chinese shit.
I tried to put TikTok on it. It's the same thing.
I don't want them spying on me, bro.
I'm
fine with my own government. I don't need an international fucking government, bro. But yeah, dude, that's the other thing is just doing that because you could also get a lot of eyes and stuff. And
yeah, and that's like clip culture. Like obviously that's a thing for getting a audience and a crowd or whatever. But also too with that, like I kind of like I try and space out what I post. Like I post clips once in a while from stand up, just quick short clips, but I don't feel a lot of it like has been like shot the best or whatever. It's from back there in the room. It's picking up the mic sound from this, you know. But then other little stuff, promo stuff, different things like I mean, it's just kind of weird, but you gotta like damn near feed the machine. You know what I mean? It kind of sucks, which whatever. But then you get people like I'll get people and I'll be like, oh, you didn't see that I've been advertising that we're doing comedy over here, and like, no, I missed that.
Yeah.
And you're like, obviously, I'm still not reaching certain people that I'm trying to reach to come out to a comedy night. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the nature of the beast.
Yeah.
You know?
Which
that's is comedy in a nutshell.
Yeah.
If you're not like a real marquee name. It's just you gotta expect to be disappointed like a lot of time in comedy. Yeah. You know,
which is also kind of nice about this place because when you do get 30 comics in on a Wednesday night, at least there's a room full of people here.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, to practice stuff, to work stuff out, to give you tags or tell you something. I mean, and then also like when I first came here, I wasn't hanging out too late or anything like that because my kid's mom was like pregnant at the time and like we're like expecting a baby.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get back to the baby and everything. And then started hanging out more, kicking it more, like hanging out with everybody outside more.
Yeah.
Now that the baby's here and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, well, she's asleep. I'll get there in a little while. But it's cool because you're riffing. Like even that was it last week or the week before when we were fucking around, we were talking about the Costco chicken guy.
Oh
yeah. And I was like, yo, that'd be sick if you had the same thing with like a zigzag or a backward barcode. Be like, don't scare my blunts. You know what I mean? Like, but it's like you don't get in those conversations and you don't get on those topics if you're not kicking it, if you're not riffing with everyone and fucking around.
Dude,
you know?
I swear to God, too, that's where a lot of ideas will pop up.
Facts.
You know? I've like just kicking it and shooting the shit and like people talking shit is some of the best stuff. Like you could use it to your advantage.
Hell yeah.
You know?
Hell yeah.
It's just literally brainstorming. This is
yeah. Well, that's one thing I've seen Shane Gillis talk before. And like, do you write? Do you like what's your writing process? He's like, I just podcast. He's like, you know, I fucking pod so much that you're just sitting there shooting the shit, talking about things, getting ideas out, fucking around. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's cool.
A lot of my ideas have come just from talking with other comics.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, I appreciate you being on here, bro. I'm damn near gonna wrap it up because I do have to get over to Iron Ox in a few minutes. Go fuck around with that show a little bit. Yeah, man. This is Brian Holden. What's your Instagram again? If you want to.
Brian Holden 89.
Yeah, Brian Holden 89. So if you want to check him out, again, we're gonna be here on June 25th at Barrel Proof Lounge for the new comic showcase. That's the homie hosting it right there. Be a bunch of us comics on there. You can go to the OK Good Comedy page or one of our pages to check it out. We are live here from the Barrel Proof Lounge, 501 Mendocino Avenue. It is the Honeycomb Hideout night. There's art, music, all kind of stuff going on till midnight. So again, thank you, homie Brian, man. Appreciate you being here.
Thank you, dog. Appreciate it,
man. And wish you the best luck and everything we got going on. Same. Yeah, man. I want to see you kill it one time at the Mercy Show one night on a Friday night. Like, because I feel like that should be
you weren't there last week?
Oh, I wasn't. Did you win?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I fucking slayed that bitch.
Oh, okay. Because I feel
probably like my best set I've ever done.
I feel like that has to be your domain. like as the damn near veteran stoner comic. Bro, nuts. That place, the only time I've gone was my first time I went. And that shit was hella fun to see that big of a room there to have fun and do comedy. The only thing I can't do is comedy high though. Like I just cannot do comedy high.
It's the best.
My brain doesn't click. But if I take like a hit or something like that, I'll think of some good jokes later. But it's the delivery for some reason. That shit just it fucks me up. But yeah, Mercy, I wanna definitely kill it there one night. But like I said, I feel like that should be your domain. So hell
I'll
yeah.
Get the dub one day, bro.
No, it's a dope ass room. It's a dope ass scene. So anyways, thank you, my boy, for being here. Thank you for pulling up. Again, live from the Barrel Proof Lounge, 501 Mendocino Avenue. Come on down on a Monday, on a Wednesday, on a Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We got all kind of things going on here. So I appreciate you guys. Until next time, man. It's not a bad life. That's my little like ending tag. It's not a bad life. So have a good night.